Welcome back to the Puncher's Chance YouTube channel. I'm joined today not only once again by Sam Noakes but by his brother Sean as well. Older brother, we'll start with you, oldest first.
Cheers,
How
mate.
much are you looking forward to that fight, that card, sharing your first card with the younger brother? How's it all found?
Yeah, it's exciting to say we haven't done it yet as professionals, but yeah, it's going to be a good night, a good time coming to the change room afterwards and both celebrating our wins together.
And with that press conference just then, I'm going to be honest, you were my favourite on the stage because you got the perfect balance between looking like you didn't want to be there but actually saying stuff. Is it something you enjoy? Or is it something
it feels like it's been a long day already, you know what I mean? Now you've got to do all this, but just want to get home, lay down.
Fair enough.
We'll say to your fans, get me home.
We'll try and keep it as brief as you can with the both of you. With your fight with your opponent, I've spoken to your opponent and he would say absolutely nothing about himself as a fighter or you as a fighter other than the fact it's going to be a good fight. What do you see of yourself? What do you see of him that's going to make a good fight?
He seems like a nice guy. I know he's going to move, but we're going to be prepared for that. And we'll be prepared to go the distance if we need to. I'm hoping to get him out of there, but it's not always a fairy tale ending, is it?
And then Sam, Sean's obviously fighting for the English. You know a thing or two about what it takes to be the European, British champ, things like this. What do you think he needs to do then to obviously move on past that English level to get up to where you're fighting at the moment?
I just think he's got to keep doing what he's doing. Obviously, he's moving in the right direction. He's got an undefeated fighter, which I think is going to give him good experience for future fights. So I think he's going to come through with flying colours and then just slowly progress. I think the trick is in this game not to rush. You get a lot of people rushing up there, and then once they come unstuck, it's very unforgiving with that. Do you know what I mean? Everyone says, "Oh, a loss don't mean anything," but yet when it does happen, everyone gets sort of pushed to the back of the pile. So I think he's got a good team around him. Mick's a great coach, Fran's a great manager. I think just do what he does best, get in there, win well, and then listen to his team.
And it was interesting, you called your last fight a good learning fight, and obviously you're 15 fights now, that's quite a lot of fights. You still see you're still learning every time, and maybe with the finishes you have to go a few more fights to keep learning.
I like to think now there's still more in me. I don't think I'm just capped at where I'm at now. I've got no job, no licence, now what? But I think you're always learning, and I think when I mean learning fight, I mean it's more about your preparation to camps and what you got to do better, because the little 1% do make a difference. I know it's cliche, but it does. And I think when I say that, I mean obviously for a fighter, I was never uncomfortable in there. But then I'm jumping straight into a fight with Ryan Walsh where there will be times I am uncomfortable and I'm going to have to get through that and learn, and that's what I'm saying. So it will be a learning fight. Whether you're 15-0 or 20-0, you still take things from every fight and you learn different things from each fighters.
And the man you're sharing the ring with has had a few fights himself. After all said and done, will you be pulling for a word and maybe asking a few questions about what it's like to go on and fight that many fights?
Yeah, I mean obviously he's a veteran of the game. He's been in there with a lot of big names, especially domestically. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not in any illusion that it's not going to be a hard fight. I know, but that's, as I said, up there, it's like we're in it for world titles. Can't get there by just nicking a living, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm ready for a good hard fight, and yeah, I'm sure we're quite chatting now. I've been chatting to his brother and that. They're a good family, so I think it's going to be a great fight. It's everything the boxing's about. None of the nonsense all behind the cameras. It's all about just what you do in the ring.
And those world title opportunities, you said he's obviously fought at that level. That's really, I assume, what you're hungry for now, is that chance to prove yourself at that world level and really set your career alight? Yeah,
I think obviously, as Frank said, I think come through December in flying colours, and then 2025 is going to be a big year for me, I think, whether it be on a 5v5 or a chance to fight for a world title. I mean, I'm going to get some big paydays as well, boys, to be honest. That'll be what I'm here for. But listen, take every fight as it comes. I've got a real hard night come the 7th of December, but I think it'll be a real fan-friendly fight, and I'm looking forward to it.
And for the both of you, obviously fighting in London again, you fought in the York Hall last time, fairly close to you guys down in Kent. Is that really as...
Well, Wembley's a bit of a trek for me.
A little bit of a trek, but...
It is closer than, say, Liverpool or somewhere like that, but yeah... I mean,
we want to show in Kent, really. So you've got so many Kent fighters now, so hopefully we both get through this good wins and I talk like with Frank and get a show down in Kent.
Is that something you've had a quick conversation with them about whether it's possible? Is there conversations been had, or is it really kind of up in the air?
I think maybe not so much in Kent, but maybe South East London, which is real close. But I think more so, rather than obviously as much as I'd love to fight in Kent or Gillingham or somewhere near us, having because there's about 10 fighters from down our way. You got Mason Payne, Jimmy Dean's coming through, Charlie Ickford, the Italian brothers, Dennis. They're not all far away, and I think to get us all on a card would be with some gun. It'd be a unreal experience.
Lovely. And then the last one for you, Sean. Obviously, you said you're able to enjoy Sam's fight afterwards, hopefully celebrating a victory yourself from ringside. What are you expecting from the fight from your brother?
Oh, mate, I think he's going to have a tricky first four. Once he finds his groove, he get a nice late stoppage. The strength will overcome. I say obviously he's a strong fighter at featherweight, but it's different at lightweight, and he's obviously the strongest lightweight in the world, I'd say, physically. So I believe it's going to be a good win for him. Career best performance again.
And as someone who presumably has taken a few shots from Sam, can anyone last the 12 rounds other than obviously even Mendy? But can anyone last the 12 rounds otherwise?
Oh, other than Mendy, no, that'd be fair. Yeah, there'd be people there. To be fair, Ryan Walsh, all these fights, never been stopped, never been dropped.
He ain't got to quit in him, mate.
Yeah, exactly, mate. He's a veteran of the game, so I think
for a long 12.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long old night, but I believe it's here. The good fighters, the best fighters bring out the best in him, so I believe it'll be another good performance.
Well, I appreciate that. All the best, and we'll tune in on September 7th.
No.